Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you are tuning in to HTD number 7 with Mr. Phelps. And welcome back. Wow, can't believe I've already made 7 of these. So shout out to all you viewers, and thank you for giving me something to do. So we are continuing on with the mini-series of minimalistic nature drawing sketches, but I have an option A and B for this one, so something special for all of you guys. But you know the drill. Go ahead and get your drawing supplies ready, and we're going to start with our circular device. Find a good place and trace. And for option A, you have the choice of making a mountain lake sunrise sketch. And we're going to start by drawing the horizon in the center of our circle, wherever you think is best. But go ahead and find a good divide, and I would say measure down, get a better idea of your circle. I'm going to start right about there. So this whole section is going to be the lake, really, but on the shores of most lakes there are nice big So this is going to be the body of water for our lake. So this is going to be the body of water to our lake. And we're going to add some natural features like little rock shores and cliffs. So the first one's going to jut out somewhere just below the horizon. Go ahead and make a small line that slopes down. Going to take a dip, short little dip inwards. It's going to keep coming out like that. It's going to take one last little plunge, connect it back to the side of our paper. Just like that. Okay, so we have our first feature, and we're going to turn it into a stack of boulders. And literally, it's just going to be a bunch of random lines. See, just like that. Maybe make one that kind of connects up like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to add a couple trees on this side. Again, let's go ahead and use our straight edge. Tree number 1 really only needs to be about that big. Slope down. Start kind of small. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Nothing too complicated. Now we're going to make the other side have a cliff little shoreline. Crank out that straight edge. Make it a little bit higher up than the first one. It's going to be a slightly longer too. So it's right about there. Look good. And then this one kind of probably just freehand. It's going to slope down. I'm going to add the boulders. Literally make this as random as you want. Whatever you think looks like rocks. Perfect. More trees, guys. Straight edge away. Keep using the straight edge if it's working for you. Let's add one more for good measure. Decent size. So I'm going gonna go back and clean up the details a little bit when I trace it, but leave it however you see fit. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to our mountains. Again, the straight edge will work for this one. So kind of around our horizon point, we can go ahead and make a nice tall slope of a mountain. And it'll go behind the tree, so feel free to draw right through your tree. Bring it back in. Tiny little mountaintop. Keep climbing up those steep mountains. Maybe change the directions like this as it comes to the water's edge. Slope down again. Behind the trees. Add one more mountain peak in the back. I'm going to make mine look a little bit more rugged. If you want to add another small mini one in here, go for it. You can connect it. Let's make the lake look more like a lake. I'm going to add some details like waves or ripples, and it's literally just going to be a bunch of lines. We're almost done. Go ahead and take your circular object. I'm actually going to make this sound a little bit bigger, hence the pop socket. Place it right there at the very top of your circle. And you really only have to trace just a little piece of it. Beaming down on the mountains and nature. So I just add a bunch of radiating lines. And that is good to go, guys. That is option A. If you think you're done, let's go ahead and sign it like a true professional. And go ahead and trace it if you are feeling creative and ambitious. Okay, so that was option A, and here's an example of how it might turn out. So I wouldn't recommend always using markers, but a little bit harder to show all the details, but I think it turned out okay. You are free to do whatever you want with these. Make it your own. But on to option B. This is a special one, especially if you are a Star Wars fan. We're gonna do a small little scene from episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So you'll see it here in a second. Let's just jump into it. Same deal, it's gonna be simple. We're gonna grab our circular device and trace. Let's go ahead and make our Death Star. So again, I'm gonna use that smaller but slightly larger circular device within that circle. We'll basically make it the main focus, so somewhere right here in the middle. Boom, looking good. So if you're familiar with the Death Star, there's a section in the middle that separates the top from the bottom. So you're welcome to take your straight edge, or if you want to just go ahead and freehand it, somewhere right around the middle, make a straight line, one side to the other. And then right above it, just a little bit, make line number 2. Then we're gonna add a couple details. Draw some lines over here. Just like that. So that'll do. And then we gotta add the the center of it, so somewhere right above here. If you can find a smaller circular object to trace, go for it. We're gonna make another circle, about that big, right there. Add a tiny circle inside, and make an X. Just like that. There's a couple more detailed lines. We can add them in right about there, and there. Okay, that looks great. So we're gonna add the trees. They're gonna spread up along the bottom of our drawing. And again, just more stick figure lines. So go ahead and add a few. We're going to add a satellite right about here. We can take our circular object and just go ahead and trace the side of it, because it's not going to be a perfect circle. Kind of just like that. And then make the other side just kind of curve around like that. Give it a little back side, kind of where it's able to move around and pivot. And connect it to the end of the border. It's going to kind of come off the page. In the center, I'm going to draw almost a circular blob. It's not quite a circle, but it's not quite a square. Kind of point up towards the sky. It's got a couple detailed lines, small little lines right there, and then it's got its antenna. It's got a couple more. Let's go ahead, add a couple mountains in the distance. Pretty much almost like this one. Just a couple simple ones. Add some ground detail. And then we're gonna draw a couple TIE fighters. If you just know what a hexagon looks like, a six-sided geometric shape, because we're gonna go ahead and make the first two sides almost like a sideways bird from our last drawing, the beach drawing. Go ahead and make the next side and make the one above it kind of match the direction. And then don't connect the last two, but make sure they bring them to a point where it looks like they're going to connect. You're going to draw a tiny little circle. You guys want to make them a little bit taller, you can. And then draw a line from the corner of each side. Connect it in the middle, just like that. I'm going to draw the outside wing. It's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Same deal. Right in the center. Make a line that connects to every corner. There's one TIE fighter. Let's add a couple stars in the background. After all, they are flying around in space. And you can make your star whatever you want. If you want to make it actual, you kind of want to make it a bunch of pointy little bits. Or if you just want to make it a dot. add a bunch of them all over. If you're feeling really creative, go ahead and add one more tiny little TIE fighter. Same thing. Just make a hexagon, make a little circle, and make a hexagon to match the other side. Add a couple more stars, and we are done, guys. Trace it, or don't. The choice is yours, but do give it a signature.